Well, this year began in a sad way. My brother, who's 2 years younger than I am, his name is Nick. He passed away in the early part of January. He had been living alone in my parents' house in South Arcadia, and Joni and I were beginning the process. Joni's my wife, and we were beginning the process of going through the house. It was like unwinding 40 years of history, family history in the same house. And it soon occurred to us we were going to need some help deciphering, the value of not only the artwork in the house, but just really the myriad of utensils, furniture, what to donate, what to throw away.
So I got a call, and we made a time to meet up at the house, and I kind of was looking at things and going through, and so I kind of figured that, there's really not enough to do a sale, but there are some things that seem to be kind of prominent, so let's work with those things and see what we can come up with. So we worked a deal and figured out that, let's put these aside and we'll see what comes out of them. And at that point, the vase was one of those things. Something about it was magical. I had a feeling that it was important. Luckily, it happened to be something that was prominent and special. And, it's one of those things that you just you grow up with something, like you said you did. You don't know a lot about it, but it's something that's been in your family.
Right.
But it's wild. It's just wild.
Edward Garner Lewis, E.G. Lewis, founded University City in St. Louis, Missouri. He was quite an entrepreneur. He had several careers before he managed to procure a publishing company in Missouri. And in 1910, he opened up University City. Lewis's publications catered to women, and he promised them a voice and an education. He offered women an opportunity to sell subscriptions to his magazine and gain membership to the American Women's League. The American Women's League was founded as a resource for women at the time to gain an education through correspondence coursework, which Lewis made available to subscribers to his magazine. If women sold subscriptions to the equivalent of $52, they would automatically become members of the American Women's League, or they could purchase outright for $52, which was a considerable amount at the turn of the century. The focus for the correspondence courses was a lot of handiwork. There was china painting, there was ceramics, there was classes on government. It offered an opportunity for women to become thinkers of their time, that they could participate in government and really make their voice heard through the right to vote. As part of E.G. Lewis's campaign to establish ceramics at University City, he brought George Zolnay to become the head of the school, the dean of the school. Taxel Dote became the director of the School of Ceramics, and he also brought in Adelaide Robineau She worked primarily on larger pieces for exhibition. That was her primary focus while she was at University City. He also brought in Frederick Rhead, who at the time had just completed a large survey of matte glazes. He put together educational material on these new matte glazes that University City used exclusively once he came on board. Rhead was the primary instructor. He created the manual for University City that was then shipped out as part of the correspondence courses for University City. Both Frederick and Agnes Rhead collaborated on the work of the peacock vase. Both signatures are indicated clearly on the bottom. He did the throwing. He made the form, the vase form, and did the incising work. She went in and applied the glaze to the incised form that her husband had applied. In April of 1910, the first kiln was fired. That also corresponds to the date on the bottom of the vase, which is dated 1910. So this is likely one of the first grand pieces that were put into the kilns. So Rhead favored the overly simplified styles that were emerging from great artisans like Christopher Dresser, taking the original form and really extracting its true essence and design motif into its simplest form. The matte glaze really allowed that very simplified style to be seen in its kind of true essence. The peacock vase is unique in its size. It's also unique in the way that it is incised, that the decoration is actually carved into the surface of the vase. Peacocks were one of Rhead's favorite subjects. He reserved them for commissions that would hold places of prominence. And a vase like this, the peacock is an important aspect to the story that he's telling about the vase and its importance in his body of work.
My understanding of the lineage of the vase in my family is that it was a gift, and it came from my grandparents, some friends of my grandparents.
And would it be great-grandparents?
It'd be great-grandparents,
right.
Excuse me. They received the gift when Harry was born, and he was born in 1910. That's how it came into the family.
700 750 last call, and 700 fire 4-3. Pair of Japanese Abumi stirrups, Meiji era.
What I wanted to say is, most of our business comes from referrals, from folks like you, and we try just as hard to sell your stuff as if we owned it, and that's the truth. We'll sell your stuff as if we owned it, as you just saw. And so it's with that, we go into this next lot, 1153. Our company got an inquiry, and it was with a dear friend, and he said, "You won't believe this, I found this vase," and he brought it into us, and it's just a cornerstone of American art pottery. So without further ado, lot 1153 is the Rhead, the University City pottery vase, circa 1910. Interestingly enough, the kilns at University City were fired up in April of 1910, and then there was only a few months there where they could have made this. So there's a very short window. This is just a very rare example of one of the most important pieces of pottery to come on the market, certainly in the last decade. We'll start the bidding here on the Rhead vase at $30,000. I've got 30,000 bid and 32,000 absentee, 35,000. 35,000 bid, now 37,500. 40,000. 40,000, now 42,500. 45,000. 45,000 is bid. 190 is the events. 190,000, now 200. 200 on the floor. At 200 with this card up. 200 now 225. At 200 would you go 3? 300 here first, Morgana. At 300 on the floor would you go 325. At 300 on the aisle would you go 325. At 300 would you go 325. Fair warning. 325. At 325 would you go 350. Fair warning. At 475,000 would you bid 500. At 475, would you bid 500? Last call, at 475, would you bid 5? At 475, would you bid 500,000? Last call, fair warning. 475.
Reactions of what happened.
Amazing.
Woohoo!
This was incredible. Fantastic. I'm truly amazed. I wish I had a better adjective. It's good.
We had a great love of Pasadena in our family, arts and crafts. We love to tour the homes during Christmas. So the fact that this vase sold here is special to us, and I think our mom would have been proud.
Yes.
We're very grateful. And John Moran, the auction was real fun and informal, and everyone that we met took good care of us and was very genuine.
Just loved it. So thank you for all that you've done.